Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to show you how you can turn your hats from this to this. If you like this video, please carry on watching and make sure you like and subscribe. I'm going to be showing you how to make this white one today. However, this one I will put the details for the yarn I use to get this really awesome pattern and how many rows, etc. if you want a more slouchy fitted beanie. So today I'm going to be using the Paintbox yarn in Simply DK in a cream because I would like to make a cream beanie. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So what we're going to do is cast on as normal. So I'm just going to put this back to the first pin, reset my counter and cast on. So just alternating under and behind the pins. Now we're back to the beginning. I've put my thread through the tension gauge. We're on row number 1. And I am going to cast on about 30 to 40 rows, and then essentially what we're going to do is double that over so we get the fold, and then we will knit the rest of the beanie. So I'm going to just crank away until I get to the desired length that I want the brim of my hat to be, and I will see you then. There you go. So we are now on row 38, and what you want to do is just pop your yarn in the middle for now so it's out the way. And what we want to do is at first tie off the end that we cast on with. So I'm just going to try and find mine, wherever it has disappeared to, which it is here. And what I'm going to do is just take my bobbin, thread it, oh, it's very frizzy, thread it through and just create a knot. So that's where my thread's coming from, just in the last stitch and through the first one. So that's nice and secure now, so we don't need to worry about that. But what we need to do is find the first stitch, not the cast on row, which is this one, which is the very first row, but the first stitch. And simply what we want to do, and I'm going to just use a crochet hook so you can see, is work out where that one is coming from, which that looks like it is from the stitch. So what we want to do, plonk it over that, easy. Then move on to the next one. And find the first stitch and loop over. And what we want to do is continue doing this, so cranking so we can get to the next hook, loop over. We do this all the way around until we get to the very end, which is pin number 48. Just make sure that this is also nicely tucked under. What we want to do is just thread that through the thread holder, then pop it in the tension gauge. Make sure you have some loose yarn ready to go, and we're going to reset our counter and crank round. And we just want to make sure that this is all catching underneath the hook, so just go slow on this one. So we've gone around once, and as you can see, this creates a really nice tight headband or a brim of a hat. So what we're going to do now is just simply carry on round. I'm going to do probably about 35 to 40 rows. It simply depends on how slouchy you want the hat to look. So I'm just going to crank round, trying not to tangle my yarn, which is what I've just done. So just crank round. Okay, I'm going to do 35, I think, just to be on the safe side, which we are almost there. And luckily these hats do not take very long to make. The headbands take even less time. And by folding over the knitting on the circular knitting machine, it really does just make it look so much better and makes it so much warmer as well. Okay, great. So we are now at 35, and what we're going to do is just loop around the 48th pin and I'm going to already cut my thread, which I didn't bring my scissors over, so I'll be back in a second. I think that's gonna be enough. There you go. I think normally I leave about 60 centimeters, but I've gone a bit extra today. So what we want to do now is go all the way around once, slowly, just to loosen up the stitches. So I'm just going to stop before this pin goes up. So what we want to do is grab the very end of this yarn thread. I don't know why I keep calling it thread, but for some reason that's just how my brain is processing words today, which is not very well. However, the hat making seems to be going okay, so we can't complain. Hopefully that will go through without me cutting it. Thread it through the bodkin, needle, whatever you want to call it. And what we want to do is just go around and thread this all the way through every single stitch to cast off. So what I'm doing is just holding on to the next stitch so it doesn't pop off, because that does happen, and it is very, very infuriating once you get to the end of a project to screw it up. So I just want to make sure that doesn't happen, and that is also why when I go round I stop on the 45th pin when the 46th one starts to come up, just to make sure we don't lose any of these. And this is just the final pin. There you go. Ta-da! So, for example, if this was a headband, what you do is just go and pull this tight and knot it, and then you are done. However, this is going to become a hat, so what we're going to do is gather it all together so it comes together nicely at the top. You just want to make sure that's nice and tight. As you can see, it's starting to look like a hat. All we need to do is secure it. So what I like to do, and I'm gonna actually trim this, I think, because I have way too much. Just give this a trim and thread my bodkin, but I'm actually going to swap it for a smaller one just because it is a little less fiddly. So that's pulled nice and tight, and what you want to do is just go through a couple of stitches in the top, just thread that in there, and then what I'm going to do is just press down onto the underside of the hat and pull the thread through. And what we're going to do is just tie a couple of knots to secure the top of the beanie, and once you're happy with how many knots you've done, which I'm just going to do a couple more, and what you can do is either weave in your end or you can cut it off, which I'm just going to cut mine off. We've got our finished hat. So this is what we've made today, which looks fantastic. This was my first attempt of a hat, which is wearable but not great, maybe more suited for a toddler. And this is the same style hat as this one, but with a bigger brim. So if I move this one out of the way, you can see this one's significantly bigger and is a slouchier beanie. It's a larger hat, whereas this one, by doing the 30 rows here and the 35 on top, is a snugger, tighter fit. And they're both fantastic hats. As you can see, using different types of wool really does make it look very, very different, but I am really pleased with both. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe. Let me know what you want to see in the comments, and I will catch you next time.